What's up, my friends, my colleague beasts out there? Today we're working some double knife. I want to make sure that you have this drill down. If you've worked on the double stick, then this drill is going to be very familiar to you. If you have not worked on some double stick, then this drill might be brand new to you. But if you haven't done it on the double knife, then it's pretty cool because there's a little bit of variation. This is the Heaven 6 drill that you see from the Sinawali, which we could do the same way on the knife, or we could do it a little bit differently with the knife. So grab 2 training knives. If you don't have any training knives, go to the kitchen, go to your silverware drawer and grab 2 spoons. And those will be your training knives for today. Let's get to it. I apologize in advance if it's kind of loud with all this background noise. I'm back in the big city area, the big urban area, and it's so loud out here. Can't wait to get back to the country, but we got to deal with whatever we got to deal with. All right, so from here, we're going to start off with our knives in this chamber position. Pop. So I have the right hand up in this thrust position. Look how high my elbow is. And then I have the bottom knife, the left knife, down here by my rib cage right here. I'm going to thrust my forehand thrust. Then I'm going to cut on this backhand angle 2. And then I'm going to strike this backhand broken angle 2 with the right. And then that switches the chamber positions. All right, let's show that again from the right side. I'm going to thrust the right, cut the angle 2 with the left hand. And then as I chamber it back, the left hand, I'm going to hit a broken angle 2 with the right and tuck it back by my left rib cage. So now I'm in the left chamber position. Same thing on the left side. I'm going to thrust, slash the 2, and then the broken 2. So thrust, slash, slash. Thrust, slash, slash. Thrust, slash, slash. Thrust, slash, slash right there. And this is the 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we were to take this first thrust on both sides and turn it into the slash or the cut, then you'll notice that this is the Heaven 6 drill from the double sticks. We can do it this way on the knife as well. It's good to practice this, but sometimes for variation, I like to teach it off of the thrust with the knife primarily. All right, so just get this moving nice and easy right here. You want to work on getting it smooth. So if you have to, slow it down and really smooth out the strikes. We don't want this to be like, boom, very robotic like this. We want it to be smooth. Make it smooth, make it fluid. So remember, slow is smooth. And then as you get more familiar, more coordinated with it, then you can speed it up and earn some of that speed. Okay. Now, that's variation number 1. Variation number 1 is we can come downward on this diagonal with the thrust here. Okay. Diagonal with the thrust is variation number 1. You can really see it from this angle. See, I'm kind of coming over the top, over the top, over the top. The other variation is we go horizontal with the thrust. So I'm going to go horizontal and then 2, broken 2. Pull it out. Horizontal, 2, broken 2. So I'm hitting the horizontal. This is still a diagonal cut and a diagonal cut. Horizontal thrust, diagonal cut, diagonal cut. So it just changes the feel slightly, but it's really important that we develop the control of our tools in this manner so that you can, with control, with thought, you can thrust it down on the diagonal, or you can thrust it across on the horizontal. So make sure to practice both of these. Okay, right there. Now what we can do is we can roll this over and we can turn this into more of like a double weave. So if we had the cuts, you'll see how we have the double weave here. Again, this is more kind of commonly seen on the double sticks, because the sticks have that extra momentum to them. But we can still work. Anything we could work on the double sticks, we could pretty much work on the double knife. There might be a little bit of a modification for the double knife, but we can come in with a thrust, slash the 2, and then we're gonna go into what's called a reverse angle 1. Thrust, angle 2, reverse 1. Thrust, 2, reverse 1. Here, you can see it much better on this angle. So instead of coming out with the 2 on that third strike, you'll see how I'll turn it all the way around and then come back on that angle 1. So thrust, 2, angle 1. Thrust, 2, angle 1, right there. So just another little variation that you could play with. And it doesn't have to always be a reverse 1. It could also be a backhand vertical. So you can see that there's a lot of variation just in this simple Sinawali or weaving drill. Sinawali means to weave. And we're weaving our hands. So that way they don't get tangled up, right? Whether we cross our arms and uncross our arms, we can maintain the fluid movements in our body. Okay? So you can play around with all these different variations here. Our broken 2, reverse 1. Let's go back to the thrust there. Or the backhand vertical. Okay, so the broken 2, the reverse 1, and then the backhand vertical. All right, there you got it. Some nice simple drills to practice on the double knife. Again, if you need to, you can practice this with the double stick as well. Maybe it's a little bit easier to get down with the double stick, and then you can transfer that skill over to the double knife. And you can always even do all of this with your empty hands as well, right there. It could be your slaps, your hacks of the forearms, and also your elbows. All right, my friends, if you want to take your training to the next level, head over to collegecenter.com. Check out my online training courses. Also check out my DVD downloads. They're downloads where you can download. They're like an hour, hour and a half long, depending on which one. You can download it right to your device, and you can take your training anywhere with you, and then you don't need any internet connection with the downloads. Might have some kind of cool deal going on there over at collegecenter.com. Got the links down below. Click it, and I'll see you over there in just a few seconds. Also, if you need a pair of training knives, be sure to order them from us, also at collegecenter.com. All right, get out there, go swing, go have fun, and I'll catch you back here next time.